Alright, so this is where you go to choose your style. So if you want a different color background, then you can choose exactly like what colors you want. So for instance, if my favorite color is purple, then I'd click on the purple. It always takes a little while to load, so you just have to be patient. And then you have your purple. But before you do go to preview, you must always save. If you don't save, well, then it doesn't save anything for you. Alright, so we'll try it with the purple. Here's another preview of another style. This one's kind of cool with the bubbles. You can zoom in or zoom out. Okay, so you might want to do that. Then after you decide, so if we decide, yeah, I like this one. You want a white background with purple circles. Then you click Save. Then you go to Edit Content. Okay, so when you do your selected node map, this is basically like the topic and the category of what your spicy node is going to be about. So here, this will collapse, down will expand. If you click on the title, so the last lecture, and our topic is writing books. So I'll say, let's see, I'll say title, and then I'll say done. Now after you say done, this comes up. If you do edit details, it'll say choose a genre and a topic. You can put a description in. So you can say choose a genre and topic, example, nonfiction, oops, maybe if I spell it correctly, nonfiction, mystery, etc. Okay, to get the file, you would have to go click on upload and then either browse your desktop or find a link and copy the link and paste it in here. Okay, once the file uploads, you want to do view enlarged, make sure it came out okay, and there you go. You don't need a picture with everything, and I'll show you what a picture looks like pretty soon here. Now, if you decide that you don't like what you did in the title, simply, let's see. Alright, so you don't like what you did. Alright, if you do like what you did, you click done. If you don't like what you did, then you can delete, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. Here underneath the title, you have the name of your book, which is, this is just an example, so I understand that's a duplicate. All you have to do is highlight it to change it, and then after you change it, click done. Okay? After you click done, click again, and you can go down to edit details. Okay? If you want to say name your book, the description of name your book would be brief 1 to 3 word description of what your story is about. You can upload a photo if you want. If you want to delete this, click X. When you click X, it'll say, are you sure? You could either pick delete or never mind. Okay? I'm not going to delete this, so I'm going to click never mind. Then do hide details. Then you can see the preface. If you want a description of the preface, you can write a description. If not, just hide the details. When you get to content, this is still part of the book, you can break it up. So you can have content, consists of chapters, quantity of chapters, depends on the writer and the genre of the book. So you can put your details in there. Then you can either scroll down or you can hide your details to see the rest of the subcategories underneath content. So when you have chapter 1, introduction, okay, this is all information that you can write in, and then you do edit details, and then you can write a description. Okay? This is, you click on the plus if you want to add another node. So there's a lot of collapsing and a lot of expanding. If you accidentally clicked on that, just click the X and then click delete and it goes away. So chapter 2, edit details. Again, if you want to upload a file, you can. And then we'll hide details and go to chapter 11, conclusion. Again, you can upload a photo by clicking on upload and then browse, and then all of your options would be available. Okay? Or you could do copy a URL. So if you find something on a website, just type in the website and it'll get the file. Then, let's see, then you have your conclusion. Okay, so when you want to view, make sure that you save before you preview, because if you preview first, you're not going to see what you saved if you didn't save. Okay, so if you wanted to add another subcategory, you could do that. Click the X if you didn't mean to do it, and then click delete. If you wanted to move something, so if you had this here and you wanted to move it, for example, chapter 2, let's see. If I wanted to make chapter 2 a part, if I just made a mistake and I want to put chapter 2 back into the content area, then I'd have to put chapter 2 in, nope. Make sure you have a blue arrow that faces down, so I just had it there. It's kind of sensitive. And then you can change where it's located. If you want, you can move it up or down, so I could move it up, okay? Or I can move it down. This is what takes a little bit of playing around, but worst case scenario, you really can just drag it to where you want it and then adjust it. And then have that go up, and then you're good. If you use these side arrows, it pushes it to the side, okay? So it drags it to the left, or it drags it to the right. Okay, so again, I want this back where it was, so I'm going to go up. If you don't like the way something looks, you can change the spacing, so I'm going to say chapters 2 through 10, and then click done when you're done. Once you like the way everything looks and you've got all your information in and all your pictures, you want to click on save. Then you want to wait until it says ready and then go to preview. This website apparently has a lot of slow scripts, so just be mindful of that. And you have your node map. Click on See It Live and you'll see how other viewers see it. Okay, so at the top here you have your arrows of what's next. And everything that you typed in will appear here. So name your book. Then you've got preface. And then it comes all the way back over. So then you've got content. So this kind of works like a Prezi once you get it to this point. Chapter 1. This introduces the characters and the plot of the story. Chapter 2 contains the bulk of the information. The climax occurs within these chapters as the plot thickens. Clues are revealed. And chapter 11 is the conclusion. You'll notice that if you put your mouse in a certain place, you can actually, if you see the X sign there, you can actually make it bigger. It looks like an X, it's really a plus so that you can maximize the window. Click the minus to minimize it. Click on next, and that'll take you back to home. Okay, so it kind of cycles over. It never really says the end unless you make it say the end. And then, so if you're here and you want to go back home, just go here. Or if you went too fast, which it doesn't really go too fast, and you want to go back, then click on previous. Okay, you can mute the audio. You can unmute it. And these are just some of the basics. Hope that helped.